So today we're going to be talking about empathy. And the first question I wanted to ask was, what is empathy? Um, we've heard it in different contexts. And especially today, I think it's an overused word. So what is empathy, and where do we see mentions of empathy in the Bible, or what does the Bible also say about empathy? Um,
There is a difference between empathy and sympathy. Sympathy is you just listen and say, I understand. Let me put it. Empathy is there is also cognitive empathy where you say, I understand. Then there is a attentive empathy or a feeling empathy where you feel with the other person and say, yeah, I'm there.
right.
Right? So sympathy is just trying to hear and say, yeah, I know your pain. Empathy is feeling with that person and going with that person in that experience and saying, yeah, I have been there. I know what you're talking about.
In the Bible, when we talk about Jesus
Mm.
seeing the multitude, you
Mm,
know, and the word there is he was moved with compassion.
right.
The moved with compassion has a heart language,
Mm,
has to do with the heart. So when you say sympathy, is basically your mind says, okay, what you're going through is bad. But when it comes to empathy, someone explained it like this: it's your pain in my heart, you
mm,
know. So I could feel the pain in my heart. So, but when you look at Jesus moving with compassion, he just didn't sit there moved with compassion. He did something about it.
right.
I am moved with compassion for the multitude. So now feed them, bring them what they need. This is what he saw what they needed. He
Mm,
what was to be given. So I think empathy goes a little one step further to say, I feel for you. Now I'm feeling with you. So I want to do things for you that will help you come out of the
mm,
situation. Because that is something that it's very different from sympathy. Like
right.
you said again today, you were absolutely right when you said the word empathy has that's the word, just like the word love.
Mm,
I love chocolate. I love you. It's kind of loose.
mm,
I mean, empathy has been um, broadly used in situations where it really didn't
right.
make any sense too.
Right.
But the empathy is basically understanding the unspoken words of the people,
Mm,
because they may not tell you what they feel. But if
mm,
the word, when you want to empathize with someone, you're looking beyond what they say.
mm,
Nobody asked Jesus for food.
right.
They never told him he was hungry. They were
Right.
hungry.
Right.
When he was moved with compassion, he saw that they needed it.
Mm,
So he understood the unspoken words. I think that is empathy, understanding the unspoken words of your spouse, your children, your neighbors, people are going through pain, and just be with you and do something about it to to help them in that situation. That is something that under the word understanding, as someone once said, it's very different between love.
right.
And once my father-in-law made a statement saying that it's very easy to find a loving wife and a loving husband, but it's
Mm,
a very difficult thing to find an understanding wife and an understanding husband.
right.
So then I understood they were very different.
Mm,
They're not the same.
mm,
So the understanding is that I really, um, I can see what you're going through. I don't want to be judgmental. I know it pains you, though it looks very small for me, but I can understand that it's big for you.
right.
I think that's empathy, to
Right.
really understand what the person is saying and what the person is not saying as well.
Mm, understood.
Empathy is all eyes, all ears, and all heart.
Mm,
They're fully involved.
right.
Sympathy, you need.
Right. Right. Understood. And so I think when it comes to our close friends, we know them. We understand their characteristics, their actions. So it's easy for us to pick up those unspoken words. Uh, it's easy for us to look at them and say, okay, they're not in a good mood today. So, okay, maybe this could have gone wrong. So maybe this is what I can do. I'll make them a cup of coffee because it might cheer up their day, right? And how do we develop empathy or show empathy for somebody who we don't really know very well, or it could be also somebody who we don't understand, who we struggle to understand? How do we develop it almost as a skill in our day-to-day lives. Yeah.
See, when a person wants to share with you, the person first needs to trust you.
Mm,
When they trust you, they'll open up.
right.
And when they open up, you listen, they speak. But sometimes what happens is every word we speak.
Mm,
So empathy is more of listening, leading towards a person's heart to feel his heart,
mm,
and lead them to a better position
mm,
than what they came in, and the initial coming in. So I would say, even when you don't know the person, the very fact he is coming to you is because he trusts you. Maybe
yeah.
he's seen you from a distance and
Mm,
all that, or there is some sort of a feeling inside, if I share, they'll keep it. So
mm,
today the problem is confidentiality.
mm,
When somebody shares, I think we should just keep it,
right.
empathize with that person.
Right.
But if you broadcast,
Yeah.
like in our radio broadcast, we broadcast everything. If that is also broadcast,
Yeah.
I think we are using people. I think we
Yeah.
should just keep it, listen, and then listen. Only then the person's heart will be light.
Mm, right.
So empathy is more listening, um, and telling that person, I value as a person.
Mm,
That person needs to be respected.
mm, right. Right. So a lot of ethics and principles also that we need
Sure.
to definitely
Yes.
follow when
Mm.
we're listening to somebody and communicating with somebody.
See, empathy is also not necessarily going through the same situation.
Hmm.
Many times I feel the excuse today is that I haven't gone through what they're going through. So how can I empathize with that person?
Right. Right.
You know? So I really don't know that. So I might as well withdraw and not
Mm.
be able to help the other person or just be with the other person because I haven't gone through that. When we look at Jesus, when he empathized with, even with a sinner, he doesn't, he hasn't sinned.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yes, he was able to sympathize and empathize
Hmm.
with and really uh, feel with the person who has sinned. And he said, and feel the same pain in an adulterous woman. So I think that is something that we really need to pick up.
Hmm.
I said we don't really have to. When you're empathizing with the person, you're not empathizing with the situation. You're empathizing with the person himself or
Right.
herself
Right.
or what she is going through, the pain that she is going
Mm.
through. Could be different circumstances,
Mm.
different situations, but the pain is real.
Yeah.
The pain is the same. The heartache is the same. So I think that is what you're empathizing with.
Right.
Yeah.
So we need to have soft hearts
Yes.
as well
Yes.
to be able to pick up on that.
But then, see, we are all human beings. If we think we should empathize with everybody, I think somebody should empathize with us because we are weak, we are fragile, we are frail. So we cannot do it with everybody.
Hmm.
So you need to choose,
Right.
even with the ones who are coming,
Right.
because empathy involves discipline. You
Mm.
need to be diligent. It involves time.
Right.
If
And
you
you need to follow up.
absolutely,
Yeah.
if you don't have time, then don't leave the person halfway and come
Right.
back.
Right.
It'll be more hurting.
Yeah.
It is costly.
Yeah.
See, when in the Bible, when Mary Magdalene was facing the empty tomb,
Mm.
and then she heard that Jesus rose again, she went and told Peter. Peter came running, and he went into the tomb and he went back,
Mm.
left Mary in the place of pain. So there are many. If you want to do it, get fully involved. Otherwise, just be there.
Right. Right. Understood. Thank you. Thank you so much for really explaining that in the context of what it is to be empathetic as a Christian. I think that makes a huge difference. And some of the things that I will really take away from the conversation is that empathy is costly. You have to give in your whole self
Yeah.
to it. And if you don't, then it's not really empathy. Um, and then the second would also be about us as a community having those kind of hearts that are willing to be pliant and to really listen to somebody when they're talking, right? And what does that listening entail? It means you have to fully listen without judgment, without prescribing, without giving advice immediately.
Mhm.
So all those things are some key things that we have to remember.
But maybe, let's not wait for people to come and share with us.
Right.
But if you recognize there is a person with a need,
Hmm.
I think we should step out
Yeah.
and meet with the person. Because Jesus went to
Yeah.
different people.
That-
There was a person sitting at the pool of Bethesda.
Hmm.
He went. That man did not come. He
Yeah.
went. So there are two. One, people come to us. Sometimes we go to people when we see a person is going through
Right.
struggles.
Right.
But again, we need to call, make a diligent choice,
Hmm.
a deliberate decision. Should I? Will I have time?
Mhm.
Because it's costly.
Yeah.
It's costly.
Understood.
So I would put it this way: don't assume, be attentive, and act.
Got it. Empathy translated into action. Mhm.